Today we are going to go and see the release of golden eagles into the south of Scotland and learn what goes into looking after these eagles before they're released. 2 months ago I was fortunate enough to join the South of Scotland Golden Eagle Project up in the Highlands, where they were collecting wild golden eagle chicks. And if you haven't seen that video, I will put a link up here and a link down in the descriptions. But let's go and see what goes into a golden eagle release. After the team have brought the golden eagles down from the Highlands of Scotland, they're put into the enclosures that will be their home for the next couple of months. This is a soft release, so the eagles are fed and reared until they're released. At the moment, they can't even fly.
After release, feeding continues until the eagles learn to hunt.
However, whilst they're being fed and whilst they're in these enclosures, the team have to be really careful not to let the eagles see them,
so that they don't get used to being close to people and thus remain wild.
The only time these eagles should see people, apart from when they're first put into these enclosures, is when they get radio backpacks put on them to track their movements.
A week before the release, a team of experts arrive at the enclosures to start putting on satellite tracking backpacks. These are lightweight backpacks that the eagles will barely feel whilst they're wearing them. The first preparation is to make sure all the kit is ready to put on the backpacks. Hoods are put on the eagles to keep them calm, and this is an opportunity for the vet team to come back in and double check the health of the birds before they're finally released. Whilst the birds are in hand, a number of measurements are taken to be used in scientific research, and I'll link to some research up above. Once all the measurements are taken, it's time to carefully start putting on the backpacks. This is done in such a way so that the backpacks are loose enough that they allow the eagles to grow, but tight enough so that they don't fall off. The method of attaching these backpacks is well refined and well developed, and you can see the care that is taken as the backpacks are carefully sewn on. Once sewn in place, super glue is used to make sure that nothing comes unstitched. Once the backpacks are fixed, the hoods are taken off, and the veterinary team makes some final checks to ensure the health of the eagles. The eagles are then left in the enclosures for 1 more week before their final release.
You may be wondering how the eagles are fed during their time in the enclosures. Well, John, who is in charge of looking after the eagles, is also in charge of feeding them, and every week he prepares a batch of largely rabbits and squirrels to be fed to the golden eagles.
Today the eagles are going to be fed grey squirrel. First, John chops up the squirrels, ensuring that they are easy for the eagles to eat. This means less wastage and, more importantly, less squirrel meat discarded to rot and attract flies. Remember, no one can go into the enclosure to collect them while the birds are resident to reduce their exposure to people. These squirrels are an invasive species in Scotland, threatening the survival of the native red squirrel by carrying and transmitting a disease that is fatal to reds. For this reason, grey squirrel is controlled across Scotland. Once prepared, John feeds these magnificent, almost fully grown golden eagles through a hatch that obscures their view of him.
Before we get to release some golden eagles, I have one small favour to ask of you. Please do subscribe to this channel. It really helps me bring these inspiring conservation stories to my audience, to you guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you've got any questions about this video or about anything else, please do ask in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. If I can't answer them, I will ask the experts and we'll get some answers for you. But until the next video, please enjoy the release of some golden eagles.